Okay, finally, let's let our calculator help us make a conjecture about whether or not a statement is an identity or an equation. Okay, so here is the first example. I know I have 2 sine x, and I want to find out whether or not that's equal to, or if that is an identity for sine 2x. In other words, I'm going to take the left-hand side, graph it as y1, the right-hand side, graph it as y2, and I'm going to see what their graphs look like. So in my graphing calculator, let me pull this down so you can see it, I already have those 2 sides of the equation entered in. So the left-hand side is 2 sine x, the right-hand side is sine 2x. Notice that the 2 on the right-hand side is inside of the parentheses here. And I want to graph this. We have a quick zoom function on the calculator that if you want to just zoom it to a standard trig window, you could hit number 7. So let's do that. And it takes my calculator just a second to graph this, but you can see that this first blue line is the 2 sine x function. Coming behind it, on the heels of it, is the other function, sine 2x. Now, these 2 functions do not line up graphically on the calculator, and if that's the case, then they are not an identity. What you're looking for is, if I graph the left-hand side and the right-hand side, the picture should be the same. Okay, so I would say that this is not an identity. So let's go try that again, and this time I'm going to put these 2 equations in the calculator. Okay, so in the calculator I put the left-hand side as cosine 2x. The right-hand side I labeled it as 1 minus 2 sine x, and then I put the squared symbol there. So when I graph this, okay, the blue line again is going to be the left-hand side of my equation, and then we need to see whether or not the right-hand side lays on top of it. It's hard to tell with the color right here, but I'm not getting another picture, and my graph is actually being graphed. The second line is, since these 2 lines, the calculator's done, the 2 lines laid on top of each other, therefore this is an example of an identity. And that's one way to get our calculator to show it for us.